talk about BTC, and we're going to talk about two aspects of BTC. Okay, so we're going to start off with the 6-hour time frame, and we're also going to talk about the volume, and then basically we're also going to add the structure we currently got. We're making within this range of basically 7450 to 7250 with high volatility, just about like a 7100, right? So we basically understood what was going on in this range. We basically spotted it like a couple of days ago, since like, you know, the big breakout. We said exactly basically going to be moving up and down between 7450 to 7250, and whenever we hit like a 7150, just about 7100, volatility going to increase a lot. Okay, so basically that's what we did. And you can see it like not you, and you can see the let's see. Okay, and you can see like on the lower degree. Let's start off with the lower degree before I talk about the volume. Volume is very, very important, guys, so stay tuned, right? So on the lower degree, let's start off with the 4-hour. Okay, so let's jump into the 1 hour. So as you can see on the lower degree, we basically spotted the WXY correction. We anticipated it and spot on. Okay, so basically when BC was just about like a 7400, we got the first rejection. Everybody thought it's gonna drop, and I was like, guys, it's not gonna drop. So we basically picked up the you know, more long entry in this area and basically took it to the upside again, right? So you can see actually long it from like a 72, just about 72, 7220 to 7160 in that range. Okay, so we basically took it to the upside, and we said we got a WXY correction. So you can see we got this move, and then everybody thought BC going to be pumping. BC pumped back up, and then basically got rejected. So we call this what, X. And once you call it an X, what do you expect? You're expecting another W to the downside, and most of the time your W is a three-way move. Okay, so we said we're going to be making three-way move. So as soon as BC drop down to this area, I was expecting it to actually make a very impulse three-wave like this. Okay, but it basically pulled back up. So if you don't understand what's going on, you're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get stopped out. So you just wait for confirmation to basically dump it. You take the, you know, take the position, and then basically we took it all the way down to like a 71 to a 7160. That was our entry. But we actually I was actually waiting for confirmation just about this area, but some of our guys basically took it because they basically played the triangle, took it too early, just about this area of 7350. But I waited for this breakout to complete my basically W. So trading is not just about like you know, seeing price action dropping and then you jumping in and stuff like that. So if you don't understand what's going on, you're gonna be shorting right there, but you're gonna think like you're gonna be thinking like we're gonna be keep dropping. So that's very important to understand, like market structure. The way you're gonna be analyzing the market is not gonna be perfect, but at least you're gonna have a very systematic approach towards like the way you're gonna enter, exit, and all that good stuff. So if you basically shorted at 73, and then basically you're waiting for market to hit like a 65, you're gonna get stopped out right away. So what you need to do, understand market structure, take your position, get out when you need to get out. Don't be greedy. You're just accumulating. You're not basically making $1 million when BC hit like you know, 7K and so on, right? So keep that in mind. So basically we doing a live trading and a live scalping also. So if you want to join our premium member, make sure to do so. Join my public Telegram group, link in the description. Send me a private message. I'm gonna give you basically all the you know, information you need, right? So what are we looking for right now? So when you complete your WXY correction, what do you expect, right? We basically nailed this one, 7100 exactly. So so what do you expect? You're expecting a reversal. Okay, you're expecting a reversal to the upside, right? But you're gonna be like, Sam, why are we going to be reversing when you know BC could not break just about 73, 7400 range? So I'm gonna show you a clear evidence. Okay, clear evidence why BC is going to be basically breaking out very soon, right? So as you can see, one of the you know, one of the most important breakout pattern is like volume decreasing, price decreasing. Okay, so that's a very, very important. It's nothing to do with your Elliott wave and good stuff, right? But it is like, if you understand that aspect, right, you're gonna be very successful. As I said it last time, right? Even though, okay, I was like, you know, I was waiting for this breakout, okay, to the downside, right? But if we break to the upside breaker just about 7035 in my group, we're gonna take the long. Okay, so that was my strategy. Even though, okay, I was looking for the drop, I still understood like this volume was decreasing, and I was like, man, I don't like this, right? So volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. Even though it was a descending triangle, I just have to be very cautious, right? So now we basically making the same type of descending triangle, right? But you know, volume is decreasing once again, selling volume is decreasing, buying volume decreasing at the same time. Very engulfing 6-hour time frame, basically supported by the 21 EMA. At the same time, we got the recipe for a breakout. Okay, we got all the recipe for the breakout. We also completed the WXY correction, just about the 1 hour, you know, 100 EMA, also just about 7100. If you take a look at the 1 hour 100 EMA, we could not close below it. Okay, that's this red line right there. So we're looking extremely good right now. Okay, so as you can see, also you can see another evidence, like we try to close above the 21 EMA. Okay, we as soon as we get this breakout, you can see like we try to pump back up, but basically got rejected. So we're looking extremely healthy within this range for a possible breakout. How high are we gonna go? Let's take a look at the daily now. So when you take a look at the daily, right, one thing we do not want to do, right, I don't want to talk about the bearish momentum until I basically give you the upside target, right? Looking at the bullish momentum, right, as I mentioned previously, we're going to be looking for our basically daily 100 EMA, this red line right there. Okay, your daily 100 EMA, very important. I know some people like the basically MA and all that good stuff, but I just like to stick to my 21 and my 100 EMA. 9 out of 10, they work perfectly for me, right? But you can find other EMAs, you know, 55, 50 and all that good stuff, but I just don't like to cluster the chart, right? I like to keep it clean. That's why you guys always see me start with a new fresh chart every video, right? So you can see on the daily, similarly, we basically volume is decreasing on the selling pressure. No selling, guys, it's just correction. So you got to understand when market is correcting and when market needs to basically break down. So that's just correction. Selling volume is decreasing. You got red, green, red. You're most likely gonna get another green. Okay, that's the next green you're gonna get, and we could be looking for 7700 range. Okay, so if you picked it up like just about 71, I would just put stop loss just about like, you know, 69, 68, 50, because if we close like below 7K, that's it. Okay, it's got this pattern gonna fail, and then we definitely going to be looking for like a low 6K. All right, even though guys, we're looking for the daily 100 EMA. If we close below 69, okay, not even 7K, but 69, okay, just to be tolerable, okay, we're gonna be doomed. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We just have to flip the switch if we close below 69 within the next 24 hours. Okay, I do not want to close below 79 at least. I mean 69, excuse me, keep saying 79. So pay attention to your basically 100 EMA. So let's move on to the weekly time frame. So if you pay attention, I said it since like September, October, right? Your 100 EMA on Bitstamp and your 100 EMA on Binance is, you know, you got two different EMAs. Okay, on Binance you can see the weekly 100 EMA, the 40% pump. That's where we got the support. Most people did not pay attention to this you know, 100 EMA back then, right? And when we were dropping, and I was like, we broke this 100 EMA, but if you switch to Bitstamp, right, we did not. Let's see. Okay, if you switch to that's Bybit. If you switch to Bitstamp, right, you can see, right, we did not break it. Even though the 100 EMA for Binance was like just about this area of 78, you know, you can see it, right? But the 100 EMA for Bitstamp was right there, just about like a 72, 74 range. That's why we targeted 72, 74 range back in this like a November, October, and so on. I mean, back in November, right? So you can see it like exactly within this range. We tap out, we bottom out, pump to the upside. Now we're retesting it on Bitstamp. You see what I'm saying? But if you switch back to Binance, we're not there yet. Okay, so it is very important. Okay, so even though we're getting rejection from the 100 EMA on the weekly, we're most likely going to retest the 100 EMA on the weekly on Binance, which is like a 78, and 78 pretty much very close to your daily 100 EMA. So it sounds very confusing, but if you day trade and basically if you watch the market very carefully, you understand what I'm saying, right? So pay attention to your weekly 100 EMA and your daily 100 EMA, which, you know, price difference is only like you know, $50. Okay, daily is just about like a 77.50. Weekly is just about like a 78. So we got a strong evidence, right? The move gonna be very strong. I'm not sure if you're gonna get it this week or not, but you know, most likely, even though volume is decreasing, most likely we got a very good chance to basically get it this week. So another thing I also, you know, talk about in my public Telegram group is like volume is very important. Even though the volume is decreasing, okay, it's not decreasing in a very strong rate. The rate it is decreasing is very slow. Okay, so as you can see, like this big dump, okay, we got 90% recovery in volume, almost like 100% recovery. This the next volume we got like almost 75. This one we got like 90% almost, right? And this one we getting like what, we get almost 50%, and we got 3 more days to go, 4 more days, right, for the weekly candle to close. It means, okay, we most likely gonna retest like 90% of this volume. Okay, this volume, as I explained last time, was like 660,000, and we expecting 500 to 550, 500 to 550,000, right? Buying pressure. Okay, so what do we get right now? We got just about like 337,000. What does it mean? It means, okay, regardless if we're gonna hit our target or not this week, if we hit like basically a 500,000 buying pressure on Binance, okay, on Binance once again, right, you gotta be careful. Okay, it means like the rest of the volume for this week could be selling pressure. So definitely we can hit 77 to 78, but if we hit 77 to 78 with 500,000 total volume for this week, basically be cautious. I would be taking profit and staying away, because the rest of the volume we could be getting could be selling pressure. And the greenness of this candle doesn't really matter as long as the price basically stay above above the basically you know, weekly open. The candle going to be green. So it's very important to understand like how volume works, right? So keep that in mind, right? So volume is decreasing, but it's decreasing in a very slow rate. So it means like this angle gonna have to be very tight, and it could take like, you know, at least next week, right, for us to get a big selling pressure. So even though I'm bullish on this uptrend, we're gonna get a very big breakdown to the downside. So just be careful and you know, don't be greedy. I'm not saying we're gonna hit 12k or like we're gonna drop down to 4k. That's not the purpose of this analysis. This analysis is just basically to give you like a, you know, a good idea of what's going on the lower degree, and what type of a breakout we could be getting within the next, you know, 24 to 48 hours max. All right, so that's all I wanted to cover today. So make sure to join my public Telegram group, link in the description, if you want to basically join my, you know, premium group for data analysis, price target, swing trade, you know, macro picture, and basically interactive and instructive basically analysis. Make sure to send me a, you know, private message, and then I'm gonna give you all the information you need, right? So be safe out there, and then basically make sure to put your stop loss, right, and don't get wrecked. Okay, don't get wrecked. All right guys, thanks a lot for watching. As I'm recording right now, we're breaking out. So as you can see, it's very important to understand like you know, market structure. Sometimes you're not going to get it like at 100%. Nobody can, you know, predict the market at 100% rate, but at least for the short term, understand like how market works, and how basically you can basically avoid like many fake outs, and basically many random price action. You can basically be very profitable, right? All right guys, thanks a lot for watching.